Hello and welcome to the Student StarCraft AI Tournament broadcast. This is Nightcat, your host today. Apologies that this is a bit later in the week, but we are getting to it now. For today, we have ourselves some recommended games along with a little special treat at the end. For our first game here, we have Snail, which is the application that can let you play against the AIs with relative ease, going up against an anonymous AI. So this is a ranked game. I'm actually not sure which ranked AI this is. Might be Crazio or Arias. Could also be where did that probe go? That probe was doing a weird scout, and that color is hard to... Oh. Maybe the player doesn't know the map? I actually think that might be it. This player might not know the map. Could also be TSC Moo. Kind of weird that they're walling like that at the natural, but... Okay, let's see what we got here. So they do end up fighting them in the end. One probe goes down, the other probe continues. Okay, I thought it was just going to continue to try to attack this SCV or something. Those spots. Wait a second. Huh. That looks really weird on the mini-map. I wonder if that's being represented right. That almost looks like this space here. I never noticed that before on this map. Strange. I'm sorry about that. I had to sneeze and I've got to sneeze again. The moment I start recording, I started to feel congested slightly. Like, literally. The moment I hit the record button, I'm like, I bet I'm going to sound congested. And then all of a sudden I'm sneezing. I don't know why. Of course this would happen to me. But, great, we've got the AI floating the barracks up to the natural, probably going to land that on the wall. We've got our, factory, so... I believe this was a one factory expand. Okay, now we've got a unit coming up. Did not have the production tab up. Man, I'm falling apart here. Cannon coming up. For our human player here, looks like they are going for DTs. An academy has started, but I don't think scans are going to be ready in time. We've got both of our DTs out. This is going to be really close. And then also it's going to be a matter of, well, what happens? Like, what do the DTs target down? And then will the AI be able to do enough with the scans? So the DTs are out now. They're going to go ahead and actually target down the natural commands or comsat, which is just going to immediately be started again by the AI here. The main comsat is almost done. It is now done. Scan goes down. The DTs are attacked actually by SCVs. Second scan goes down. Try to target down those comsats, but enough repairs going down. The DTs are slowly making progress on this, though. But since they destroyed the main one could just be rebuilt and give another scan. I don't know. I think a comsat builds faster than scan will recharge, I think. Now, I'm not sure on that. And if that's the case, then destroying the comsats are actually helping the AI out. Yeah, there we go. Now we're targeting other stuff. And now we're right back to the comsat. Yeah, that AI, or that DT gets picked up. Yeah, because see, like, it's so low energy. But when it builds with enough energy to scan. And now we're targeting down the low energy, although it was actually pretty close there to have enough for a scan, maybe, so. Okay, all the DTs have been cleaned up, but we've got another DT coming in. Let's take it on this one. It completes, but doesn't get a scan off. Now with 2, AI is going to struggle to get the natural one down, but not enough energy on this main one for scan just yet. There it goes, there was enough, but I think it scanned at the natural instead of the main. There's a scan in the main. SCV's following this DT here that's trying to target down this Academy. The Academy gets taken out, the AI will be in trouble. Unfortunately, we cannot see the hit point bar of this Academy. Okay, the Academy gets saved, but there's 2 more DTs walking in here. And they're being blocked by the Vultures. They're gonna target down this Comsat again. And now they're going after the Academy here. They might actually get it. There's only 1 SCV repairing. They do get it. The main Comsat was already starting to be built. Scan goes down. DTs get cleaned up, but there's another DT. Or at least I thought there was. I thought it's... Okay, here come more DTs. There's... Even doing some weird moves there. The AI is just absolutely refusing to get turrets here. Turrets would, like, just end all of these shenanigans. The Academy hasn't been rebuilt. Oh, but there is a vessel out now. Okay. Vessel should end this as well. Human really hasn't done much behind this. Oh, nice! Using Irradiate on the Dark Templar. Yeah, with the science vessels out, that's why they were trying to target down that science facility. I don't think there's a whole lot that our human player can do here. They're still continuing to make the Dark Templars, despite the mobile detection that the Terran has. I'm surprised the Academy has not been rebuilt. There's an SCV going down there. Maybe it was going to try and then it backed off. The Academy didn't make. But here we have the AI marched across the map here now, setting up on the side of the bridge. The Radiate's going down. Yeah, and with that, the human player is going to tap out. GG, good attempt there with the Dark Templar. But yeah, I don't know if it would have been more economical to, like, say, maybe hit the workers or try to just kill all the loose army versus going after the Comsats. Because, like I was saying, when the Comsat completes, it's got enough energy for the scan. But if you just let it sit there and it scans, then it's going to have to build that energy up. And I honestly don't know which takes longer. And when you're playing, you can't see the energy in enemy structures or units, so... You know, if you do time it right, like, it would be worth it. So you could get it to blow up at 49 energy, because then they also have to sit through it building a new one. So they sat through energy building up to 49, and then they have to sit up to building a structure. But, yeah, like, good luck timing that in an actual game. But let's go ahead and move on to our game number 2 for today. Our second game of today, as us watching Steamhammer spawning as the purple Zerg up at the top left of Empire of the Sun 1.0, and down in the bottom right, we have Insanity Bot spawning as the white Terran. Insanity Bot going with an immediate scout, and as it looked like it was taking a sharp break towards the center, but this map's kind of interesting in that it does have this really harsh division here that sort of forces you to go towards the center to even get to the spawn horizontally next to you. The vertical ones, though, you don't really have to go toward the center because there's a path here. But it looks like we are getting an end scout from Insanity Bot. While Steamhammer looks to be going with a 12 hatchery here. So the hatchery is down, and then up next will be the spawning pool. And then after that will come the extractor. And then a few more drones. Not Insanity Bot. This gets scouted, trying to take out the drone here. Ooh, Steamhammer does lose the drone. Typically, you don't want to have that happen. And Insanity Bot gets the scout, sees that it is indeed the 12 hatchery. And is now on its way back home. Bunker up front at the natural. Could actually be run by relatively easily, but should be safe for now. No Zerglings coming out of Steamhammer, just going straight to that lair tech. Oh, my apologies, there was one set of Zerglings made. Which is fine, that will, or two sets actually, looks like. That will allow, I can just check the army, yeah, there's 4 Zerglings out. I was going to say that will allow Steamhammer to watch this front and see, you know, when Terran decides to try and do it, to sort of move out, but the Zerglings are just pulled all the way back home to the natural. They saw the bunker there and decided that was all they needed to see. Insanity Bot going with some one base play here. So it's interesting that this bunker is up at the front here, because that actually opened up the possibility for a 1 Rax expand here. But it looks like Insanity Bot has opted to just go for one base play. We've got 5 Mutalisks off of the 2 hatch Muta here, started up now, 6th one getting started. So the larva not quite lining up the way Steamhammer would like, but still pretty good here. Pretty decent turret placement from Insanity Bot, but this natural is going to be really hard to take when the Mutalisks are in the air. This section here is a little bit exposed. Here come the Mutalisks now. Do a little bit of damage. Don't quite pick off the SCV, as they all did not focus it. And with the sighting of the mutas, we've got 3 more turrets going down. It's kind of interesting. Response there. We've got another barracks coming down along with a factory. So Insanity Bot continuing to stay on the 1 base. And interesting enough, Steamhammer has not checked this natural to even, you know, to see if there's an expansion there, or even see if it's an area that can be harassed. Instead, the Mutalisks are just dancing in this weird line, not even properly stacked. Looks like there's enough of them that they were thinking about diving it, but they don't do any shots. Just take damage and actually lose a Mutalisk. So not quite what you want to see from Mutalisk play. Is interesting. This SCV went to the building command center, but the other SCV that is gathering gas actually is taking it all the way back to the main command center. And there's a small little squad here of Marines and medics that are just having a little party up against the temple wall here, really wanting to get to these Mutalisks, but not quite able to do so. While there's another pack of M&Ms sitting out here, while 3rd base is coming up for Steamhammer. We have the Hydralisk Den, but it does not look like we are getting Lurker Tech, and if Steamhammer is not careful, that could go very poorly for them. Steamhammer actually going and taking a 4th base here. But there's been no move out by Insanity Bot, so while that seems dangerous with no Lurker Tech, I mean, if your opponent's not coming at you in a 5th base even getting started here, if your opponent's not coming out, then it's not really all that much of a problem. But now there's a lot of hatcheries being thrown down. The Marines actually bypass these Zerglings. These Zerglings might not see it. The Mutalisks are just sitting over here. So there's this sneaky bio squad coming out. But there are a lot of Sunkens there. I don't know if the squad can maybe break this, but I feel like any army coming in to help will pretty much clear this up. And yeah, it's now seen as that drone dies. We have the immediate pullback of the army here by Steamhammer. Marines not quite charging into the defense, and Steamhammer wisely sitting back waiting to see, trying to do some drone transfers, and some of them are getting caught, but some of them are not. They just run past the bioball. Interesting burrow. So some of the drones are detecting the danger before they can get shot, and they are going ahead and burrowing. I think actually the drone that keeps dying over here is trying to get out that way to expand. Yep, that does seem to be the case. So this is ending up to be a more effective contain than anticipated, but we have lurkers out on the field now. Scan coming down here now. But it feels like there's enough here for the Zerg that they should be able to clean up this bio ball. Whoa, 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 what? I did not even catch that a nuke was happening there. Nice nuke bust on those Sunkens. Wow, okay. Just completely decimated the Zerg army and those Sunkens. And now we've got more reinforcements pouring in from Insanity Bot. There's a lot of larvae, though. Interesting, trying to rebuild the creep colonies to sort of stop reinforcements, but there's just another batch coming in. They're just going to take these colonies out. And they're going to come in and try to clean up this natural. There is an Ultralisk cavern started, but I mean, there's just not going to be anything to support the production of it. Defilers potentially come on top of that. Nuke really just cracked open that natural. Wow, that was really awesome. I didn't even realize that ghosts had been produced or that there was a ghost sitting there. I just did not hear it. Another nuke falls. For some reason, I am not hearing the nukes. We're just gonna watch this army clean this up. There's like a small counter being attempted here almost, but... Ooh, nice taking of the island base here by Insanity Bot. That's awesome to see, as not a lot of bots do that sort of play. Science vessels out now, so the burrowing drone's not really going to be able to save themselves. I think there was a blind that went off on the Overlord, so it's not detecting anymore. I guess it's an optic flare, not a blind, but it does blind the unit. Drone's attempting to burrow, but not going to be able to save themselves with it again, as the science facility, or science vessels rather, can see that. There's an attempt to rebuild down here at the bottom left, but I believe that's going to be quickly found here by Insanity Bot and cleaned up. So very nicely done by Insanity Bot, and a third base being taken here as well, but... Or rather, a fourth base. Or actually, I think that was probably taken before the island base. But if you idolize, if you submit on C, what I worry about though is like if there were a Zerg AI that had, you know, just better decision making with its Mutalisks, the one base opener from Insanity Bot is probably not going to be quite as strong. Especially when trying to take that natural, it's just going to be difficult. But Insanity Bot gets the win here, nicely done. And we have one more recommended game to watch, and then the little special treat. Our next game here, looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting one. This was one, I'm not sure of the exact source of it. It was uploaded directly as a replay file to the replays channel in the Discord, so I don't recognize this map either, the Fortress 1.1. It looks like it's got some modern features, which I'll show off in a moment, but to introduce the contenders here, we have Banana Brain spawning as the yellow Protoss over here on the right side, and up at the 12 o'clock spot, we have Styx Z spawning as the blue Zerg, and we get the Pylon Scout from Banana Brain finding Styx Z here. Looks to be a 4-player map here with very thin temple walls surrounding the main. We've got some modern features here. We've got the lurker eggs to make the choke a little bit smaller. We've got a natural here with a big wide open back, which is kind of interesting to see. You don't see that a whole lot on modern maps, but we do have the installation gates here blocking with minerals, so that way only workers can pass through there. Although you may be able to get a unit to glitch through there, it is extremely difficult to do so, and might only be doable under specific circumstances. Looks like we have a trapped drone here, unfortunately, with the pool placement and some very not optimized mining paths happening here because of it. Going straight to Hydralisk Den here. Also, interesting expansion choice here, seeing this space here as sort of the natural as opposed to the actual natural here. I'm guessing this was some testing on this map here, which may have been for AIIDE. I'm not sure if that's if this map was a potential map for that competition or not. But yeah, so we've got here Zerg has expanded here, because yeah, that's one of the challenges, is properly recognizing like which base is the natural for AI. Sometimes that can go a little awry, especially if you have something that doesn't really follow the standards that have been in the AI scene for a while. But I'm guessing because this is rather wide, or at least it looks a little bit wide to me, that this may not have been recognized as natural, or it could be pure distance. This, by air distance, is perhaps closer than this base, and so it's just got misrecognized there. But we do have the Hydralisks coming out, going to force the Zealots back. That's actually a decent amount of Hydralisks there. They're going to start tearing down this gateway. We've got some more Zealots coming out. There's 3 gateways for Banana Brain, so might be able to hold on here. Might need to get some cannons here, though, to defend, but really pushing the Hydralisks back here. Buying time for a few more Zealots to be produced, but Zealots really aren't going to be able to fight Hydralisks like this. And falling all the way back, there's still just the one cannon. The cannon goes down. Tries to get a cannon up now, but it's a little late pulling the probes, but they're just going to get massacred here. Now just continuing to pull probes, and yeah, 800 minerals in the bank. Just producing 3 Zealots at a time. Really, that 800 could have been like multiple cannons here that would have prevented this unfortunate demise here for Banana Brain. Natural is going to get cleaned up, but yeah, this looks like an interesting map. This is in the AIIDE pool. I might need to try and cast some games from that tournament once it is complete, or if anybody wants to recommend any games from that tournament replay set, then we can go ahead and get them cast here. But yeah, this game a little bit shorter than I was thinking it would be, but you will have that sometimes. Even in pro tournaments like ASL, you sometimes just get some really short games that happen. But with this game, also the scouting probe continuing to dance along here is kind of cute. But with that, with this game coming to a close, the whole position zealot too, this is the little AI things. Zealot runs across to that spot, and it's just, I'm going to stoically stand here and stare at the minerals and think of all of the poor lost drones, or probes rather, until I die. And then, oh no. Wise. What? On stick Z. Come on. Come on, buddy. There you go. You're hitting one of the buildings. But yeah, we did get to that little special treat I was talking about a little bit quicker. Okay, they might have been stuck being pulled between that assimilator and like the buildings up here, and just kind of got stuck in a spot where they weren't attacking anything. But alright, that is a interesting little game on a rather interesting map that really the features didn't play too much into it, except for the funky expanding out to here. But let's get over to our last game of the day. So I was slightly wrong. I forgot I had grabbed a 4th game for us to take a look at that was not in the replays Discord, so we're gonna give that a quick watch, and then we will get to the special treat that I have for today's cast. So sorry about that. I guess it's a little Little bit of teasing you there with that. I apologize, but I was like, okay, time to load up that game, and then I was like, oh wait, there's another game I forgot about. Whoops. This is off of the, I grabbed this off the Snail Ladder, just a random ranked game here. We have our anonymous AI Terran over here on the left side of Neo-Sylphid. Part of the reason I grabbed this one is because it is on Neo-Sylphid, which is a ladder map currently in remaster, though I believe this is 2.0, and I think it's... Wait, is it actually 2.0 that's on the ladder, or is it 3.0? I think it's 3.0 that's on the ladder now. And we have Inkball Pen over here as on the right side as the red Protoss. Looks like the scouting SCV has found Inkball Pen and is dancing around a little bit there, just watching what's happening. Oh, that's annoying. Probe getting caught on the egg there. I was trying to get out the scout. That is super annoying. We've got this back up here. At the core spinning, we have, which will be range. First dragon pops out, so no zealot pressure planned by our Inkball Pen here. Factory finishes up, immediate machine shop. Dragon is going to come in here and see what it can do. It's just one dragon up against two marines. It should be able to win this. Oh, but I guess they hold position at there, right in the choke, so nothing could come out. Second dragoon on the way. Now there are two dragons. There is one tank out on the field. It has to be careful, as two dragoons can actually take out a tank without any support. The marines... Okay, one dragoon falls, the second dragoon falls, the tank just barely survives, but there is a third dragoon out here. Going to be able to clean up that tank. I'm going to try and apply some pressure, but there's another tank there, and the dragoon falls. Siege mode is out. We've got a fourth and a fifth dragoon here. Trying to come up, going to see what they can do. They're going to try and get on top of this tank so that it cannot hit them with siege. It's going to go ahead and have to unsiege and pull back. Got three vultures now, though. They're going to try and repel this dragoon force here. So Protoss player expanding behind this like that. They're not just producing dragoons and trying to continue to flood them in. Are they... Nope, they're still ignoring the scouting SCV. Mine's coming down now for our Terran AI. I think this might be Crazio, but I'm not 100% sure. I did take a look at who it was when I grabbed the game, but obviously since I forgot to grab the game, I don't quite remember. Nice attempt to defuse that mine, but I believe that mine shot actually got off. It looked like there was the shield hit effect there. So now our Terran here trying to push forward, not sieging, because if it does, the dragoons can just dive on top. Beating up all of the dragoons. Inkball Pen just trying to sort of hold back here. This force that's coming out from the Terran. Yeah, those dragoons are just getting knocked back. The push getting all the way here to the natural. Now the probes are starting to fall. Inkball Pen is trying to hold this back, though. Actually, I don't know if this might not be Crazio, because I don't remember Crazio's vultures being quite as flicky, for lack of a better term, as these are being. This might be Adias, but I'm not sure. And yeah, like all of the workers here have fallen. Well, Inkball Pen was doing a good job of going ahead, expanding, taking a natural. Their worker production has been not as strong as it could be. Trying to push back this barracks are just trying to get some space. Yeah, there's a small Terran force out here, but not quite going to be enough to push forward. Siege mode going down. Does get a volley off. A second tank gets another volley off as well. I guess it's... Is it a volley if it's just one tank firing at a time? Not exactly sure, but Ball Pen just trying to stabilize here, trying to take out these floating buildings. The engineering bay does go down. But we've got 3 command centers right now for the AI. Got more, ooh, good mine hit there. Dealing some damage to the Dragoons. Forge coming down for Ink Ball Pen, but Ink Ball Pen is still just on 2 bases, while the AI is on 3, and so over time this is just going to continue to snowball. An attempt at a mine drag there takes out 3 Dragoons, so, and then a 4th quickly falls after that. And yeah, there's just like no army for Ink Ball Pen. Ink Ball Pen just cannot stabilize here. That poor dragon, I don't even think it got a shot off. It was just kind of standing there confused and all the vultures firing at it. And like, Ink Ball Pen can get to about like here-ish before being pushed back again. Ink Ball Pen really needs to take a base. Our AI is up to 4th base with the transfer happening there, and a 5th base starting up. And while the army, it keeps being kind of small for the AI. It's fielding 70 workers, has a ton of minerals in the bank that it just can't quite spend. More factories coming down though for the AI. I mean, this is a good effort by Ink Ball Pen, but losing Dragoons to the rally point out there out front. But yeah, I just don't think... Scouting SCV still in the main there, just being ignored. Yeah, I think good valiant effort there by Ink Ball Pen, but just not quite able to push back the mech force there once it started to march its way to that natural. Good play there by the AI as well. And with that now, we actually will be getting to the special treat I was talking about, so let's go ahead and get that rolling. And now finally, that special little treat that I was talking about before, we have ourselves a Big Game Hunters free-for-all. But this time I've only got 5 AIs instead of all 8, mainly because of the unit, or like the crashing that can happen if the unit counts get too high. And in terms of like actual just active units in the game, I mean like over the course of the game, if there's over 10,000 units, client-based AIs can crash, or will crash. So I've reduced the number of AIs that are participating in this free-for-all, but we have Nightcat T, we have Marine Hell, Emu, we got Zerg Hell, and finally we have Crazio, and I like Crazio's spawn, I think, the best, as they have these whole 4 bases here to themselves very easily. Nightcat T probably has the 2nd best spawn, since they share the spot with that's why did I get mined there? Interesting. And then continuing to scout. TSCM probably has a pretty crappy one. I mean, if they can clear out Marine Hell, then they can sort of use this, but then there's 2 chokes still to deal with. And Zerg Hell probably has actually like the 2nd worst, if not the worst, spawn. Marine Hell's is kind of bad too, but they have like this natural here. They're also right next to Terran, which can then siege them. But Zerg Hell doesn't expand anyway, we know this, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. But it'll be kind of fun to see how this plays out. What happens, who's going to come on top. I think it's going to basically be down to TSCAIT and Crazio, but sometimes Nightcat T can, if left alone, just sort of snowball into just this really powerful roaming force, so it's kind of like a wild card there. See if Zerg Hell plays anything into it. It doesn't get Hydralisk upgrades or anything, but, you know, maybe it can get a lucky attack off at just the right time to really deal some damage to somebody. We'll see. So far, nobody's really expanding. Everybody's just kind of turtling up and powering up a bit here. Academy is blinking. So, and actually it's funny because, so we have 4 Terrans and a Zerg playing in this. Yeah, Nightcat P for whatever reason seems to be broken, the version that I have of it, where it just never expands, and I don't know why. So I did not include it in this. Also, the Crazio version here, probably a little bit older, but I think it's, I mean, most of the versions of Crazio are still very effective, so this was the version that I had got from the last time that I ran free-for-alls, so hopefully the volume isn't too... Turn this down just a little bit. In the browser, I did have it turned down a different way, but I don't know if it messed up between like when I recorded the last game and this one, so we'll see. But it looks like Nightcat T is going to be the first one to expand here. TSC Moo with a few vultures checking out what Zergal's doing, backing off. But it looks like TSC Moo is actually sort of slowly advancing toward Marine Hell, so it might be able to secure that top right position for itself. Looks like Marine Hell is doing one of its pushes here. I don't think it actually even wants to go to hit TC Moo, but the vultures kind of led it that way. It looks like it's headed towards Crazio. I'm actually not sure if Marine Hell would handle multiple opponents. It is really fun though to watch when an AI transfers, like all the workers just go to different patches. It's pretty nice. But all those Marines do get cleaned up by both TSC Moo and Crazio. Yeah, also, given this is big game hunters, though, you don't really need to expand as much as you do on normal money maps. I was kind of hoping to, Marines are stuck dancing because it's mining from there, so or I think that's the case. I don't know, they're just going nuts. But yeah, you don't have to worry so much about expanding because you have so many resources just available to you. We have another Marine Hell wave headed toward Crazio, but Crazio should be able to handle this, I think. Got a little bit of a Marine medic force of its own. And the medic's definitely helping out, but they're going to go ahead and retreat back a bit here. Looks like Nightcat T is coming out as well. And Zerghel at about the same time here. Got some multiple action fronts going on, but Zerghel's actually going to intercept Nightcat T's force. That's a lot of tanks. And so yeah, that little interception kind of really throws off Nightcat T's force, but where are they going to go now? It looks like they're actually going to maybe redirect up toward Marine Hell. But now we've got tank wars across the river here between TSC Moo and Nightcat T. I was just watching for that Marine to just get destroyed there. The medic's just kind of rushing ahead here. Yeah, Nightcat T struggling a bit with the choke point here, trying to get the tanks forward. The tanks just keep sieging as Marines come into range here. And she's sort of bottlenecking the army, but Crazio's making moves towards the middle, has taken their natural expansion here. TSC Moo long distance biting its natural as opposed to taking it in a normal fashion. The Cat T was trying to press forward, but now moving towards the center, probably because of this factory here. So now it sees this middle as the greater threat. Gonna go ahead and start to siege it. Again, there's a lot of tanks, but Crazio has quite a few tanks of their own. Just check the upgrades real quick here. Looks like everybody's just about all got one, it looks like. Except for Marine Hell getting no upgrades at all. And actually, I was wrong. I think Zerghel actually does get some upgrades, but yeah. So if you notice, I've put the production tab over here. scooch it over just a little bit as the production is causing... How long it's getting is causing some issues where it's like trying to run off the page. I just figure for FFA that's maybe the best spot for it at the moment. Yeah, the tank count of Nightcat T has been significantly reduced as they are trying to be the aggressor into this. This factory did fall, though. Nightcat T just continually bleeding a few units here and there. Keeps throwing medics into the fray. But I suppose the medics do eat a few shots to allow the other units to start to get a little bit closer. Oh, we got another wave from Zerg Hell coming out here. But the tanks should clean it up relatively easily. Crazio now going... Oh, wait, actually, Nightcat T expanded down to the bottom left. That might be why it's continuing to just stream units here. But that's going to get cleaned up by Crazio here. I hadn't even noticed that that had been taken. Yeah, now Crazio also starting to move up into this center piece here. I'm not sure where Nightcat T is trying to continually send its army, or what it's considering as its defense point. This has been lost, so it shouldn't be trying to send units down there anymore. But it is trying to send its units somewhere rather forward. It's also not taking this expansion at all. It may be just that it's trying to send its units to a base that it wants to take as an expansion, but it's just running into... I mean, things. I'm not seeing any SCV move out for that, so I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, crazy. I like the wall of depots here. Good use of this space up here by TSC Mu. Interesting though. Okay, yeah, there's a path for units out of those middle factories. But it's just looking like Crazio, with the spawn position, is really able to take a lot of ground. And is really able to just sort of, like, really work this game into their favor. Marine Hell's still kicking. But the tanks are advancing on it slowly, and now actually Crazy doing the same thing that Nightcat T was doing with the siege on siege, because the Marines, there's no Marines, and then there's Marines. And then there's no Marines, and then there's Marines. So same thing happening there, just the build time of the Marines working in its favor. Nightcat T getting a little bit further now with its units, but I don't think... Yeah, not really going to be able to do a whole lot here. Nice tank line by TSC Mu defending this, but TSC Mu is still just on the one base. Yep, I saw a battlecruiser. I'm not sure who it was. Oh, okay. TSC Mu is getting some battlecruisers, which might actually help, because Crazio doesn't have any really anti-air except for the turrets. So that might actually help with some movement. Looks like Crazio is pushing on just about everybody, but a tank number is building up here for Nightcat T. But yeah, splash damage, and they're just slowly weakening and not really getting repaired, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. Checking the upgrades again. Crazio doing well with the upgrades. Getting its 334, its mech. TSC Mu is at 1-3. And Nightcat T sitting at 1-1, it looks like. Yeah, Crazio trying. Oh, nice irradiate going down. I don't know why there are 3 barracks here just floating around. It's kind of funny to see. This one's trying to get home, I think, to repair it. Gunfall, TSC Mu coming in here. Which I think it was just kiting that was bringing it down there. Now Crazio has backed off from fighting with Marine Hell. Yeah, I'm still not sure why Nightcat T is just constantly sacrificing its units. But it looks like Crazio has fought their way to the creep here. TSC offering some air support there for Crazio, kind of funny to see. Yeah, I think there's so many mines just laid out. Like, the map is like so red on the ground because there's just mines like everywhere, as well as just crazier presence everywhere, but the mines really like fill it in. It's kind of funny to see 4 floating barracks in an engineering bay. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, we've got a Marine Hell move out here. That's encountering Nightcat T actually, well, along with some Crazio units. It is interesting to see the worker counts too. Nightcat T at 76, Crazio at 71. The rest are pretty low, 20, 24, and 44. But Nightcat T does have 2 bases. There's a couple of dropships over here. That's just interesting. They're just chilling there. I wonder if there's anything in them, or if there was something in them at one point. Now there's nothing. And Crazio is on a lot of bases, so worker counts are pretty much making sense here. And actually, that factory forced to lift. But Nightcat T, I don't think it's going to make all that much of a push into here, but jeez. It's making a little bit of headway, but Zerg Hell is falling now. We've got Ghosts out actually for Crazio here. Crazio going ahead and building a factory down here as well. I don't think we've seen any lockdowns yet. I don't know if it's been researched. We'll take a look. Looks like we've got cloaking for both Wraiths and Ghosts. We've got Restoration, Mines, EMP, Optical Flare, Radiate, Yamato, Stim. I'm not seeing lockdown though, so no lockdowns just yet. But it's really Crazio against TSC Mu here in this ginormous tank line. I suspect, though, that Crazio will win this out in the end. But, I mean, Nightcat T is just constantly sending a few units in the Marine, the Mine Drag with the medic, rather, and that's kind of funny to see. But yeah, it's just like... Another Marine Hell wave coming down here. It's interesting too to see like what's happening with the air and with the vessels. We've got Defense Matrix going down. There's a couple Valkyrie trying to push back the vessels. Nope. One gets picked off. TSC Moose supply as well is only 150 right now. Yeah, gas is, I think, its biggest issue here. It is mining from both gases at the base, but like it's only on 2 gas, whereas Crazio is on a lot more gases than that. Even Nightcat T with the taking that other main is on 4 gases. Marine Hell, of course, is on the 0 there. No, save the engineering bay, although you don't really get. There's another one, but save it! It's running away! Yep, it blows up. Another barracks. Probably gonna blow up as well here. Yeah, pretty much all the action here is in this middle. Just taking a look at some of the bases here. Both these turrets here. Crazy SCV poking up there. Ooh. Ultramine taking out some Marines. It's interesting taking a look at the APMs as well. Green Hell looks to be generally the lowest, except for when it's attacking, then it will jump up a fair bit. Ooh, nice EMP down. Went down there. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a little bit quiet, but like, there's just a lot going on. I'm just kind of like watching this front here. Like, this is like a no man's land here. I think Crazio will eventually overwhelm this, but like, that's a dangerous mine. Jeez, right next to the tanks there like that. Would be awesome to see a nuke happen though. Come on, this command center doesn't have anything. It could have a nuke silo. And expand to the bottom right. Jeez, the turrets here just wrapped around the command center. Hooked Wraith, but gonna maybe. Oh, it does survive because the Marine walked forward and got eaten. But okay, now it dies. Look at the upgrades here real quick. We've got 1, 3, 4 TSC new, 3 across the board for Crazio, it looks like. I don't think it's going to end up getting locked down with the Ghost though, which is a little unfortunate. It would be cool to see that get fired off here. We're building more engineering bays, more barracks to float, get that little bit of extra vision. Jeez, I did not expect this to get this crazy here. I don't believe that this will go to a crash, but if it does, the only non-client bot right now in the game is Nightcat T. But it can take a while, even with 8 players, to hit that 100,000 units having existed in the game, so I'm not sure if we'll get there with having just had 5 AIs in the game and only 4 of them are still alive and making units. But it might be possible. Looks like Nightcat T is all the medics. It's like there's just this wave of medics that just runs in and just dies. You know, suddenly this little choke point is looking a bit weaker. Or Crazio. Cebu might be pushing this back a little bit slowly here, inch by inch. Not sure what those vultures were doing, running right into the tanks there. We've got another Marine Hell wave coming in. Yeah, the fact that like both Marine Hell and Nightcat T like keep coming from the north, Crazio is essentially fighting like 3 opponents that are just not coordinated, and will also attack each other if they happen to see each other. Oh, wait, it looks like actually now Crazio has broken through. The tank count for TC Mu has kind of dropped here. Down to just 4 tanks. The supply is just really low for TC Mu as well. At just 122. But there's like about like 130 supply of army for Crazio, just slightly less than that. So like Crazio's army supply is right around the total supply of TC Mu, so it's only up like 40 army supply then. Okay, now we got a couple rounds of tanks out, and TC Mu is starting to fight back now. Crazio was almost pushing us forward here. Oh, we had some battle cruisers here of Crazio work their way up into Nightcat T's base. Now the dropship's deciding to go home. Or actually, they may have dropped these vultures off too, so it looks like Nightcat T is going to be in a bit of trouble here. But some stuff is being built at the other main here that it took, so it might not be out of it just yet, but yeah, this is gonna... It's gonna put a bit of hurt on it for now. Somebody EMP'd there, that was pretty juicy. There's another good juicy EMP. But I'm not even sure if, okay, he does have Yamato. Now we've got front from Marine Hell actually pushing forward here a bit. Yeah, these battle cruisers are just destroying the Marines that are popping out here for Nightcat T. But now we've got some additional production facilities popping up at the other base here. Oh, and Nightcat T actually finally taking its natural. So whatever Nightcat T was like stuck trying to do, clearing up this main seems to have like rebooted Nightcat T to where it's actually doing things that it should have been doing and getting additional upgrades and stuff now. When it was stuck just not doing that for the longest time. The mine takes out that Marine that just popped out. But it might be a little too late. Meanwhile, Crazio actually did break through the front here on the right side. Is also up in Marine Hell's main as well, so yeah, I don't think this is going to hit that unit limit that I was talking about for client AIs. I think this is going to get through here. And clean this up. It's too bad OpenBW Replay Viewer here in the browser does not support games where players are allied with each other. So it'd be interesting too to see some like 2v2s or 3v3s or, you know, something like that. Right. I was gonna say, I can't see maybe fighting off these battlecruisers, but now there's ground units coming in and destroying things. This top middle finally getting taken by Crazio, now taking the space as well. Crazio will just take the entire map. Ratio now trying to work its way into TCMU's main. But it is cleaning up the other AIs. Looks like there's just a couple of depots left for Marine Hell. Some infrastructure left for Nightcat T. That's nicely done here by Crazio. Did, I think, get the best spawn as well with this bottom mid. But still, like, very well played there. Just holding the middle against all three other players that were in the game. I think it's right next to the depot there, Marine Hell. That's kind of funny. And now taking this top mid. Probably going to take this top left as well. And once that is done, all of the forces of Crazio will be concentrated on this base of TSCMU. See more forces being redirected down here now. There's just a tank. Oh, wait, no, we've got some. I was gonna say there's just a tank and 3 battle cruisers in this vessel, but then some Marines, Ghosts, and another tank came up here. So just finishing to clear out that top left. EMP going down. That was one of Crazio's. Yeah, just a few depots left here. It's interesting to watch AI versus AI when it's like tank lines versus tank lines, because it's like the battles play out so much differently than you're used to with human tank line versus tank line battles. Turret coming down to support these tanks. Top left now being... oh wait, I thought that was... oh wait, here's an SCV, so probably going to be taken out by this severely damaged SCV. Scientists letting a couple of depots there left. Still. Oh, cruisers down there. Wonder what they're doing down there. Like why they're not joining the main fight. We got some Yamatos coming down, and now the BCs are just sort of charging in here. Another EMP goes down from Crazio. Yeah, this top part of the base is slowly being cleared out. It is crazy, though, how much effort it takes for a Terran AI to clear out another Terran AI space on Big Game Hunters here. With only 23 workers for TSCMU, the production output severely hampered here. And so it is just a matter of time until Crazio clears this out. Bunkers. Now there's no tanks on the scene right now for Crazio. Just have 4 in the army somewhere. The battle cruisers here working their way. They're just ignoring the turrets, ignoring the other BCs hitting them. Just trying to clean up the workers. Does take out the turret finally now. But yeah, no workers left for TSEMU. Down to just 19 minerals. Now the tanks arriving on the scene for Crazio. Just needs to push in here. And I think victory will come for Crazio here. It's just the BCs left now for TSEMU, I believe. Pick it up to 3 workers again. So this is where Lockdown would have, like, just destroyed the battle cruisers, right? Yeah. It looks like Crazio's not going to be getting that. That battle cruiser wanted the Yamato in that vessel so badly. Yeah, the worker's getting picked off again by a battle cruiser here. 2, 1, and 0. Not enough to make another worker. And TSEMU will actually go ahead and tap out after that. And then it is just the science facility, 2 depots here, and a couple of depots, and Crazio will win. So with that, I do want to thank you for tuning in. And sorry this one was so late in the week, as they are usually on every other Saturday. But we managed to get this one out. I think this free-for-all was pretty enjoyable. I think he's destroying, yeah, he's destroying his own bunker there because that Marine got trapped. Kind of cute to see. Oh, there's another depot over there. I hadn't even noticed. Wait, are they just killing off their own Marines sometimes? That's weird. I'm not sure. Were they killing... Are they doing that so that they can make other things? I wonder if they're doing that... Yeah, they're like... Huh. What a worker of its own. Yeah, I imagine that's to free up supply to try and be able to, like, make another unit or something. But with that, Crazio does take the win again. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. As I mentioned, at some point here, I forget exactly when, but Adol IDE is underway, so maybe we'll get some replays from that to cast at some point in the future. May try to do some more of these free-for-alls with some various setups. This one was very Terran heavy, trying to figure out some Protoss AIs to use, but I also had to set up the newest version, which is like from May of BWAS Shotgun, so this was kind of like a last-minute throw together. What AIs do I have on my hard drive from the last time I ran one of these sort of things, so I'll figure that out later. But again, thank you all. Catch you next time. We appreciate the support. Take care.